Spring training is right around the corner. Here in January, we're excited for pitchers and catchers reporting next month. Hi again, everybody. I'm Brad Cesmat. We're at the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess. This is our home, could be your home, over the next 10 weeks as we bring you spring training behind the scenes here in Arizona. We're going to take you places with our team, a team with over 100 years of experience in shooting in front of cameras, behind cameras, editing. We're going to take you hiking, golf courses, places to stay like here at the Fairmont Princess Resort, and much, much more. I know you're excited for spring training. I know you're excited for pitchers and catchers reporting, but there's so much more to do here in Arizona.
Thank you. Hi, my name is John Glenn. I'm the Director of Public Relations at the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess. I'm going to show you around the hotel today. We're going to see some great stuff, some rooms, some activities, some amenities. So come on, let's go. So at the Princess, we have our lobby. They don't always listen. They like Jim a lot more than they like me. And some are more active than others. You can see we have Aisha here taking a break, but they're always here to greet our guests. Kids love them, and they're all trained service dogs, so they provide a great time for everybody. So this right here is one of our outdoor seating areas. There's a ton around property. The weather out here is great 95% of the time. And it's always a great place to either have a cocktail in the afternoon or evening, grab a cup of coffee in the morning, and a pastry, and just kind of hang out in the great Arizona weather. Welcome to one of our Fairmont King rooms. Come on, let me show you around. All these rooms were actually renovated just a couple years ago, so everything is fresh and new and ready for our guests. All rooms will have a king bed, large flat screen TV, and every room has either a patio or a balcony. But this is a great place to come out and enjoy the Arizona weather. Check out that view. Welcome to one of my favorite rooms. It's one of our one-bedroom suites. It has a large parlor area for sitting, socializing, and just generally hanging out after a long day. Attached to the parlor is a wet bar that has a sink, microwave, storage space, refrigerators, all the things that you need to host your family or friends and have a really great time. And this one happens to be attached to a king bedroom. Come on, take a look. The parlor has its own bathroom right next to the bedroom. And if you're coming here for spring training, you're gonna love this room. Plenty of room to sit, to entertain, and to sleep. Really, really spacious. This one overlooks the lagoon lawn. And this year, we've eliminated all single-use plastics. So all the waters in your room are gonna be either glass bottles or recyclable boxes. So we're in the Sunset Beach wing, which was built in 2016 and is one of the newest wings of our hotel. Right outside our Sunset Beach pool that features 800 tons of real white sand. And this is one of my favorite rooms. This is a queen room, which is great for families and groups to come if they want to come check out spring training or just enjoy the greater Phoenix Scottsdale area. But there's a ton of room, there's refrigerators, there's a large panel TV. And hey, on the way out, let me show you the bathroom. They're a little bit different in here than in other areas of the hotel. Again, we'll have double sinks, but they're on opposite sides. And we still have a large walk-in shower.
So when you go to the games in spring training and you're thinking, okay, I want to come back and hang out, here at the Fairmont Princess Resorts, you end up in one of these spots with this as the backdrop. Where are we?
So we're on the patio of one of the brand new Privado villas. We have a second floor room, so you have a great view of TPC Scottsdale. Right behind us is actually the 5th fairway. Do you know there's only 16 TPCs in the country?
What?
This is one of them.
So you can sit out here and make fun of the golfers. This is where they have the WM Open every February, the biggest party on grass. And you're right here with a view here at the Princess.
That's right. This is a great place to have a cocktail, to have your coffee, to take in the Arizona sunsets, to watch some golf.
Hang out with the fellas, go to the games, go to spring training. You're living large, living big.
A ton of stuff you can do before or after the games, all day long, during the week, on the weekends. It's a really versatile spot, and it's a really great spot, as you can see.
Okay, tell us about the inside.
Yeah, so on the inside of these rooms, the Privado villas are built to be a little more residential feeling. You'll have separate rooms between the bedroom and the parlor. Every one of the rooms are suites, so you have a little bit of privacy, but you know what? You've got a little extra space if you bring your family or your buddies. There's a large walk-in shower. Each room has a walk-in closet. You get champagne and cold brew upon arrival.
Get out of here.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff.
Champagne and cold brew. Hey, we're out here hanging out, watching spring training baseball. We're staying at the Princess, and this is what, champagne.
Champagne and cold brew.
And cold brew.
We've got your mornings and your evenings covered. So this is it's a really private, unique, kind of quiet enclave of the property. So you're not in the main building with everybody else. You're kind of set back on your own, but every room is a suite, and some of the rooms have views like this.
Good stuff, John. So you bring your golf clubs, you bring your hiking stuff, because hiking is a big part of Arizona. You see hikers here, I'm sure.
All the time, and lots of our guests are hikers too. And our hotel shuttle will even take our guests to some of the really close hiking trails.
All right, and here is On the Rocks, Claudia Collins. You'll see her over the next 10 weeks. She takes you on some great hikes around Arizona.
Hey everyone, welcome to On the Rocks. I'm your trail guide, Claudia Collins, and I'm taking you along for my adventures as I check hikes, waterfalls, and other outdoor activities off of my Arizona bucket list. Today we're climbing Picacho Peak. With over 2,000 feet of elevation gain, Picacho Peak is a 2.7-mile hike that'll test your limits. Picacho Peak is definitely more of a challenging trail, not for the lighthearted. I brought my gloves just in case. There's a lot of cables, some switchbacks, but this trail is so much fun. You're not in it for the views, you're in it for the challenge. All right, let's head up. From the get-go, get ready for a good workout. The first stretch is all incline and you come across cables really soon and some small scrambles, my favorite. The whole first stretch before the saddle is heading straight up towards the steep cliffs. Nice little break here. One amazing perk that Picacho Peak offers, somehow you always have shade right when you need it. Because the cliffs have some cave-like formations, you find coverage several times throughout the hike. The first challenging part of this hike is complete. 2 more to go. Now that we've worked so hard to get up to the saddle, it's time to head pretty much straight back down. Without the cables, this part would be far too steep to conquer. Something about the cables makes everything so much more thrilling, and I know my fellow adrenaline junkies will agree. There is something so fulfilling about a hike that challenges you. Even though I've done this hike once before, the challenge is the same. For a good portion of the hike, you're walking along some fairly steep cliffs, but there's always either a wide trail or fencing to add a layer of protection. If you're afraid of heights, you probably didn't make it to this point, but this is where the real fun begins. The first time I saw this part of the hike, I couldn't contain my excitement. It's steep, it's a scramble, and it is so fun. From this point on, you will come across some completely vertical sections, but trust me, these cables are sturdy as can be and are very reliable. I'm telling you, this is worth the drive from the valley no matter where you are. Picacho Peak isn't for everyone, but I did see people of all ages having a blast on the way to the peak. We're almost there. At this point, you're just a few more cables away. You hit one last incline that's an easy scramble, and then you rejoice. You made it. Oh, snack time. There may not be a more joyful feeling in the world than summiting a hike. The second most challenging part of the hike is done. Got a little surprise again at the peak. We've got a book 1 and book 2. So we'll sign our names, enjoy some snacks, enjoy the view, and then get our butts kicked back on the way down. After signing the book, I downed a good amount of beef jerky, gummies for a little sugar boost, and some plantain chips to energize myself for the hike back. Usually leaving the peak is the worst part, but in this case you get to experience Picacho Peak backwards, literally. What goes down must go back up, and we must go back up. And that makes for the third and most difficult part of the hike. However steep you think this looks, it's more steep than that. It actually takes a decent amount of arm strength to head back up to the saddle, and yes, your legs will be toast. But if you're like me, the burn is so rewarding. Now I get to put the gloves away because it's all downhill from here. 2.5 hours later, I can tell you that this hike is such a mood booster. It's so much fun, and you always feel so accomplished when you get back to your car. I've earned myself some Chipotle, so I'll see you next time on The Rocks.
All right, I want to talk to you about Quintero Golf Club. 193 golf courses are located in Maricopa County, according to county office records. 193. Here's one course that when you're done checking out your spring training team, whether it be before the game, after the game, or you have a day off in between, you've got to put Quintero Golf Club on your bucket list. Quintero is no ordinary course. The golf club offers players the consummate golfing experience in the Scottsdale, Phoenix area. It's an easy 40-minute drive from right here where I'm standing at the Princess Resort to the course. It's fit for royalty, where you can play in style and seclusion. It's been described as the purest golf experience in the Southwest. Again, if you're scrambling for pens to write things down, and you'll do that during the next 10 weeks, Quintero Golf Club, you'll want to check it out for sure. Coming up, you're going to need to relax once you get away from the spring training game. Air yoga.
But you want to reach up here, you're going to come forward, and now you're going to hang upside down.
Here at the Princess Resort, and much more as we continue on spring training right around the corner.
It's spring, so come for the games. Then extend your adventure in Arizona. Ready to go big? Find your fun today.
Discover more Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino.
Hi, folks. Here are your drinks.
Where having fun means racking up reward credits with the Caesars Rewards loyalty program that can be redeemed for food, free play, hotel stays, and more. Not only here in the city of Maricopa, but also at more than 50 Caesars properties coast to coast. From Harrah's Las Vegas to Caesars Palace in Atlantic City. What are you waiting for? Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino, the official sponsor of Play.
Welcome back. There are 13 teams training in Maricopa County in spring training. That means there's going to be stars and stories for you, the baseball fan. If you're all into one team, great. If you want to see a whole bunch of teams and a whole bunch of stars, it's not going to be a problem for you starting next month when you're out here for spring training. Today we're standing here. It's in the 60s. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's stop in Chicago. Mesa is going to be a happening spot as always. Sloan Park will be buzzing as the Cubs unveil two major offseason acquisitions. Those of us here in Arizona very familiar with Cody Bellinger from his high school days where he starred at Valley Power Program Hamilton and the South Valley at Chandler. The Cubs also made a huge splash by bringing on board Dansby Swanson from the Atlanta Braves. There will certainly be plenty of 7 Swanson jerseys by the Cubs fans that we will be seeing at Sloan Park. Yes, golf will be a big part over the next 10 weeks, along with you coming out here to Arizona for spring training. Welcome back to the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess. I'm Brad Cesmat. We get you ready for spring training, just a month away from pitchers and catchers reporting. We appreciate you joining us here week in and week out on Bally Sports. Here at the Scottsdale Princess Resort, there's lots of things to do. One of the areas that I'm fascinated in, I think you will really like, you and your special someone, or just you and the fellas when you come out here for spring training, aerial yoga. Here's Jordan Spurgeon.
Jordan Spurgeon here, and we're getting ready to do some aerial yoga. Debbie, I mean, this is a very interesting course. I've never done this before, so I know there's a lot of people that could be coming here that have never done it, so I'm really excited. What's the number one tip you have for people before we get started, if they're curious about being in aerial yoga?
Number one tip is listen to my cues.
Listen to your cues.
Number one, listen to my cues, because everything is specific. You got to follow me very specifically. Otherwise, you can lose your balance. So that's what you want to do. And it's a fantastic stretch, but it's also very fun.
All right, I'm going to go listen. We're all going to go listen.
Yeah.
You can take us through it.
All right. So we're going to start warming up our spine. First, we're going to take our arms around the silk, bring your hands through the middle, reach around, and then grab. Slide your hands down so your arms are the width of your shoulders. You're just kind of holding on to the silk. Take a step back, take your feet the width of your arms, reach forward. Start with pressing your belly down, arching your back. Feel that stretch in your spine, up your shoulders. Now as you round your back like a cat, you're gonna take a nice big inhale. Now these next couple exercises, you're gonna start to break a sweat here. So you're gonna press up into down dog. You want to drive your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Try to straighten out that left leg and get a nice stretch in that left hamstring. Feel that stretch and try to keep that left leg straight as you can. Sometimes you can't, but do what you can.
So this separates the flexible from the not flexible.
Yeah. All right, we are going to do an inversion. Okay.
So that was just the warm-up.
That
was just the warm-up. All right.
I'm going to show you the inversion, and then I'm going to have you follow me. So you want the silks to be on your hips. So I'm going to hold them on my hips, come up on my tiptoes. As I lay back, my hands come up, my legs open wide. I'm going to bring my feet around and hook my toes. Now it shouldn't be digging in your tailbone. It should be sitting on your hips so you're nice and comfortable, and you hang. You reach up when you're ready to come out, bring your feet to the floor, and come up and go voila. All right, so let's try that together. Okay, we're gonna grab this loop behind you. You're gonna put it on your hips. Okay, maybe you need to come up on your tiptoes if it's a little too high. Soon as we lay back, we're gonna take our legs open like a big V and slide our hands up. Ready, go. Back, open the legs, bring the feet around, hook your toes and hang. Okay, as you hang in the stretch, you start to feel your spine lengthen, the vertebrae decompress. That is the purpose of this. Also, stop yourself from swinging if you don't like swinging. Your arms stay off the floor and you just hang here. Also, the blood flow rushes to your head. So what that does is it raises the level of serotonin, which gives you more energy and alertness throughout the day. You just feel all like exhilarated and really good. So actually we should all hang upside down every day. Okay? Now just like we did in tree pose, you're going to bring your right arm up and bring it arm in front, but hold down here now, not above your shoulders. You want to hold. And the same thing to the left side. So bring that shoulder in front, so you're sitting up nice and tall. Let's fix this again.
There we go.
Keep losing it. Yeah? Whoop, don't fall.
There we go.
Got it? So you want to make sure your hands are high when you're doing this. And then you're going to come forward and place it right there on your hips. Can you give it a try? Okay. How you feeling? Okay. Okay. Yeah, and then you just pull yourself up when you're ready, and then you just go ahead and reach one arm up, bring the shoulder back, and the other one, and go ahead and stand up. There you go. And then everybody can go ahead and stand up. Be careful. Stand up. And then go ahead and step back behind you. All right, so we're moving into the best part of the class. We're gonna sit in the silk and lay in the silk, okay? So we're gonna grab the very back edge. Sometimes you gotta search for that back edge. You wanna find it and shake it out. So now you can see there's gonna be lots of room for you to lay in that hammock, okay? So you wanna make sure it's really big. Hop up there and have a seat. Now you got lots of room to lay back, so it covers your back and head. So lay back, go ahead, lay back, that's it, all right? Then you're gonna bring your feet inside and you're gonna spread out the rest of the hammock. And I'm so happy that you joined me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.
Much more here at the Princess Resort as we continue on spring training right around the corner.
Here you are in Arizona, where time is measured in moments, not minutes, and relaxation is an art form. At the intersection of utter serenity and total awe, where you feel fully present experiencing the past, and you meet your inner foodie for the first time, right at the center of the best time you've had in years. Visit a new state of mind in Arizona. Plan your trip at hereyouareaz.com.
The 16th hole, take a look at that. You will never see anything else like this in the world of
Visit us at Harrah's Auction Casino in the city of Maricopa, where you'll find play for all and friendly people ready to welcome you like family.
Welcome back, you two.
As the official sponsor of Play and the only casino in Arizona with Caesars Rewards, see what a difference it makes to play where your fun is our top priority. Harrah's Auction Casino. Play for all.
Welcome back. Before we wrap up this week's episode and you're getting ready for spring training, you're thinking, you're on the golf course a lot, Brad. Well, yeah, because there's so many great courses, but none better than right here at TPC Scottsdale. 750,000 fans minimum during the week of the Super Bowl right before spring training starts. You want a party? You get out here to TPC Scottsdale.
Welcome to the 16th hole of the Waste Management Open, the only hole in golf that doubles as a club in Las Vegas. Yeah, see it here. What's that, Chris? I can't hear you over his pants. Your mustache looks like it was sponsored by Coors Light. Is that fair to say? most insignificant quiet sign I've ever seen.
I know.
No respect for this quiet sign. That thing looks like it's a roadie for Brooks and Dunn.
I'm under contract.
I just look at Twitter. I don't know what's happening. Looking a little shaky. You can see his left leg actively shaking. Not great. And and it hit a family of 4.
They're looking at the beard, and they don't see me hit it into the trees.
There you go. Yeah.
And if you can't make it out to TPC Scottsdale or play while you're staying at the Princess Resort or wherever you're staying here across the valley for spring training, we mentioned earlier, there's over 100 courses. Here is Greyhawk. Greyhawk, close by to the Princess, beautiful facility. They play the NCAA championships here for both men's and women's every May. Go further south, go down to Whirlwind. Whirlwind has 2 courses, 36 holes, big time. From the Princess down there, you're talking about 45 minutes. There's Southern Dunes down there as well in the southern part of Maricopa County. But when you come out for spring training, I know you're getting geeked up to see your team. I know you're getting geeked up to be hat backwards, taking it all in, watching BP, hearing the sounds of the bat hitting the ball and all that. No, this is the place to stay. And over the next 10 weeks, we will bring it to you each and every week here on Bally Sports. I'm Brad Cesmat. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you again next week from Arizona.
Discover more Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino.
Hi folks, here are your drinks.
Where having fun means racking up reward credits with the Caesars Rewards loyalty program that can be redeemed for food, free play, hotel stays, and more. Not only here in the city of Maricopa, but also at more than 50 Caesars properties coast to coast. From Harrah's Las Vegas to Caesars Palace in Atlantic City. What are you waiting for? Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino, the official sponsor of Play.